going to start by thanking you guys for coming out today. I appreciate everyone who came out. Thank you to Seneca for letting us have this here and for hosting. This is a great space, and they've provided breakfast, so make sure you get something. We're going to let them speak, but first I did want to let you guys know about our sign. I put a couple in the back there if anyone wants to grab one. This is just a sign that we had created. It says, "Eat, Shop, Stay, and Play Summersville." It has a QR code that goes directly to our member directory. That way, if people are looking for somewhere to eat and maybe they're not from here, they'll see these signs posted all around Summersville. They can scan it and hopefully find your guys' businesses. So I'm going to go ahead and let Seneca take over. I think, Marcy, are you going to speak? So we have Marcy Vaughn speaking for Seneca. Yeah, this is for the radios.
Thank you, Lindsay. Welcome, everyone. I'm Marcy Vaughn. I'm the President CEO for Seneca Health Services, and believe it or not, I have worked for Seneca for 32 years. So I started when I was 12. I am very pleased to have you all here at our Wellness Drive clinic. I do sometimes still refer to it as our new clinic, but I think we've been here, 4 years now, so that's probably not a great definition. Seneca is just now ending our first year as a CCBHC, and CCBHC stands for a Certified Community Behavioral Health Center. We have long been one of the community mental health centers in the state. They've divided the state into regions, and we serve 4 counties: Greenbrier, Nicholas, Pocahontas, and Webster. In March of 2026, we will be 50. So we're very proud of that accomplishment, just demonstrating that we are a behavioral health provider who is time tested. We have core values of being a responsible behavioral health provider, being accessible to anyone who needs services, and being progressive. So back to that CCBHC, it's been an exciting year for us. What that enables us to do is to really break outside of the walls of this building and be able to provide services in the community to meet individuals where they are. It has increased our crisis services. We actually have mobile crisis response that whenever someone is in need, they can pick up the phone and call 888-SENECA-9 and have it answered by one of our staff, who are then able to connect them to the appropriate party, whether it be just to schedule a routine appointment or to actually have trained crisis staff dispatched to their location. So that's pretty cool. We also have expanded to add primary care services in both our Greenbrier and Nicholas County clinics. And as a result of CCBHC, we also added a child psychiatric medical provider. We have a children's nurse practitioner, so very excited to do that as well. Lots of other interesting programs that we have. A comprehensive community support program that helps individuals with serious mental health issues that maybe need to learn some or relearn skills such as budgeting and communication, socialization. That is a new program that will be starting in the building behind us that we call Recovery Ridge. So Seneca does the whole spectrum of behavioral health services. We serve both children and adults, and for mental health, substance use, and individuals that have intellectual disabilities. So we are a very large employer, as Amy LaRose, our Vice President of Human Resources, will tell you. We have grown tremendously. I believe she told me this morning we are at 224 employees, and 85 of those are located here in Nicholas County. So we have grown tremendously as a result of CCBHC. We, I think, have added 104 positions to our staffing plan as a result of CCBHC. So very pleased to be here. I'm not sure how much time I was allotted, and yesterday I spoke on a very tight timeline, but I'm happy to give opportunity for questions if there are any.
Tell me what you have going on in the Recovery Ridge again.
Recovery Ridge, we actually, we built this building, as I said, 4 years ago, and we outgrew it before we moved in. So we have in Recovery Ridge our peer support staff. Those are individuals that have lived experience either with mental health, with substance use. We have case management staff. We have crisis staff. We have behavioral health technicians who are individuals who help with care coordination for individuals that are receiving services here and coordinating their care with primary care or with the legal system, with the school system. Matt is standing in the back of the room. Matt was brought on as a Seneca trainer. One of the beauty of CCBHC is that we're able to enhance our staff training. So we brought on Matt to work with Amy's Human Resource Department, and he is able to not only train Seneca staff, but also can train the community. So he is certified as a mental health first aid trainer, which is a really cool 6-hour class that gives a good basis of what mental health conditions are, what they look like, and how to approach them. So it is used quite a bit in training law enforcement, EMS, and in any individual who wants to learn more about how to recognize mental health and then how to respond to it. He's also trained in crisis prevention, CPI, that teaches how to de-escalate when individuals are in an active crisis. Gosh, Amy, what else, Matt? Avert, which is like an active shooter drill that comes with risk of injury, as it does have some role play, and I think Matt ended up with a bloody nose one day, but he can tell you what staff to avoid. But they graduated from the class. They definitely did what they were supposed to do. So anything else that you can think of, Matt?
Well, so we've been able to, between Amy and I, we've talked a lot about just generalized trainings for employers, not only about mental health, what Seneca can do, so what services we provide, or to let people in the community know the changes that we've experienced over the last year because of CCPHC. So being able to just explain to people that, oh, now we offer these services, we're able to do these things, or maybe, reminding everybody or changing the ideas of what Seneca is capable of doing.
You've also done some training on like self-care.
Yeah, we've done burnout trainings for employees, generalized, just employee wellness kind of trainings also.
Burnout, because as we have grown, it has been nothing but constant change. So yeah, burnout training is very helpful. So if your organizations would like to have the mental health first aid training, just make contact and we'll get that set up for you. So we hold those trainings regularly for our new staff. It is a certification that's good for 3 years, and we're always doing classes. So just make contact and we'll see what we can do. Any other questions? All right. Well, thanks a bunch, everyone, for coming. We're very glad to have you here at Wellness Drive, and we do have several employees who are here. We have Rebecca, Rebecca is our new community educator. She is also a great resource when it comes to just learning about Seneca or sharing ideas about how Seneca might be helpful to your organization. Matt, who just spoke about our training. Angel is our executive coordinator, and then I think you all know Amy, who participates regularly. She's our vice president of people because we know she loves them so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Seneca is really doing great things here in our community as well. So we appreciate them being a part of the chamber and a part of the community. I do want to remind you, in case you haven't been to one of our Brews and News before, at the end of the event, we kind of pass around the microphone and let you guys give an update about your business, what's going on. So kind of be thinking about that. And in the meantime, we'll hear an update from the chamber from our president, Jason Eads.
I was asked how long it was going to go, and I said, my part will be short, so y'all keep me to that, because we all have stuff that we've got to do and get to and things of that nature. Fun fact about Matt, I used to work with Matt, and if you want some training, that's a good place to go. Second thing about Matt, if you need any questions about superheroes, he's the guy.
Or if you need a good musician.
Or a good musician. So wealth of knowledge back there. So we appreciate Seneca. Thank you for hosting. It's always really cool when we come up here. This is a couple events we've done here. It's been really nice. Let me talk to you a little bit about Brews and News. I'm going to give you an update of a couple little things that we've got going as the chamber, and then we're going to pass that mic around for any updates for you guys. So be thinking about that. One thing that I think is really cool about the Brews and News is it's just about us getting together and networking. That's the big word, right? Already this morning, I went around to 3 or 4 of you that I've never met before, right? So we got PCB, it's a bank that's going in town that's coming. Seneca, a couple of you guys I was walking around and talking to, and others. What I envisioned, what we talked about envisioning about the Brews and News was just that. Going around and talking to members, seeing what's new, hearing some updates, and talking through it. Lots more seats of people that could be in this room, is that right? So the way it works is Chamber News and Brews only works is if we go back and spread that out, right? Lots of emails that come through my mailbox today. Sometimes those things get right to the junk mail. So a personalized touch is always better. So something for you to be thinking about. If we want to keep this going, we want that networking piece to be there, hey, invite some people and get some here to hear some things. So chamber update real quick. I'll go through just a couple of these. Some of these you know. Maybe you've never experienced this, and for those of you that are new to the chamber, these are some big ones. So November the 21st and the 22nd, we always do a small business weekend. We call it Pink Weekend. It is a really cool thing to really focus on local. A lot of your shops, I'm looking around, you guys have participated in that. There's a map and there's several things that go on with that. It is a cool weekend to just do some shopping and some fun and some social media things. And there's some selfies with some, what's the word I'm looking for, with banners and things of this nature. It is a really cool event. And if that's something that your business wants to be a part of, please contact the chamber for that. They can do that all the way up until a couple weeks before the event, I think. And then if you get on this map, they get to visit different places, and if you visit all of those places, you're in for a drawing, things like this. So that's a really cool weekend. The next thing that's pretty big for our chamber, well, before I get to that, we do have News and Brews in the fourth quarter. And tell me again, Summersville Healthcare is where it's going to be hosted at. We do not have a date yet, but we will get that out. So that's going to be in the fourth quarter, so it's coming, November, December time frame. So we will have another one of those. The other big event that we do as a Winter Classic, and we were just talking about that this morning, is, or at the Chamber, I think I said Winter Classic, but at the Chamber is the Winter Classic. And if that's something that interests you, stop and pick up. We have a couple packets back there for sponsorship and for other things. By far the largest event that we do. We bring in lots of teams, lots of people. I cannot tell you the amount of commerce that comes through that time period. And it is December 26th through the 30th. And if you're like, man, Jason, what'd I say? 31st, sorry, not the 30th, 31st. If you're saying, man, that's right after Christmas, listen, my team plays at 8:30 on December 26th. They're going to still be unwrapping gifts coming to the basketball. Anyway, I'm just joking. It's really a good event. It's a good time to get together. If you like sports, that is a place to be. That place is rocking from 8:30 to midnight, seems like every day. And when you work that, one of the cool things that we do is we have a volunteer list, and we volunteer at the gate. We volunteer for several things. So if your business wants to do that, get with us about that volunteer schedule. I can promise you this about the volunteer schedule. It fills up, and there's a waiting list because we can have too many volunteers, and that's really cool. So that event is good. One thing I love about that event, you will eat well if you are a volunteer. So please, that's a fun thing. If your business is looking for sponsorship, please do not hesitate to talk to us. Please grab one of these. That is going to be extremely important. The last thing I'll talk about, and then we're going to go around, is we have right now going on. Every year we do a rotation of chamber board members, and right now we have 5 positions that are going off the board. And we have a voting going on. That voting closes on Sunday. If you are a part of the chamber and you are a chamber member, you are able to cast a vote. And we are asking you to cast that vote. If you go to our website, summersvillechamber.com, you go to events, you're going to be able to find that ballot. And when you do that ballot, it is, I'm not going to lie to you, it's a little different than what we've done in the past, but I promise you, just keep clicking through it. And if you have any problems, you can definitely call the office there and we'll walk you through it. But that voting helps, and it matters. Even just one vote matters. So there's several new people in our community that are on that list. Several people I didn't even know that wanted to be a part of the board, which is good. Some of that is very good momentum. So yes, if you are a member, please go on a vote. If this is the first time you're hearing about it, please talk to Lindsay before you leave about voting, okay? Any questions about upcoming chamber things and things maybe I can answer for you? All right, so now let's go ahead and enter into our time where we just kind of pass it around. Those of you who are here with businesses, kind of give us an update. If you have an event that's going on, you're building on, you're looking for volunteers, something of that nature, okay?
My name's Karen Ewing. I'm with Pendleton Community Bank. This is Caleb Ellswick. Caleb is going to be our primary lender over here once our branch opens. And I told someone this morning, I hate to put a date on it because that's like the kiss of death, but I'm going to put a date on it so then y'all can go, ha ha, she said. We're hoping around December the 1st. I would love to think we could be open by the 21st and 22nd of November because it would be great to be a part of that weekend event, but I don't know that that will happen. So late November, early December. If you're not familiar with our bank, and you probably aren't, because why would you be, right? We are headquartered in Franklin, West Virginia, so we're really proud of the fact that we are a West Virginia company. Community is in our name, Pendleton Community Bank. So we are always looking for ways to be involved and to be supportive of the community, because we feel like if the community is successful, then we will be successful too. So we were given one of the pamphlets about the Winter Classic. I'm sure we will do some type of a sponsorship for that. We have already become chamber members. We are excited to be here this morning. I've met some of you. I probably already forgot your name. I do remember Matt's name. No clue what your last name is. I remember Marcy's name, and I know her last name's Vaughn because we're both from Greenbrier County originally. Been gone for 30 years, though. So anyway, we're just super excited to be here. Remember our name. We are renovating the old drive-through that was BB&T. Funny story, 31 years ago, I started at BB&T. And then I've been at Pendleton for 4 years. And so when they said we're opening a branch in Summersville, and I said, oh, where's it going to be? The old drive-through of BB&T. I was like, well, isn't that full circle? So we're really excited to be in Nicholas County, and I really think it's going to be a good fit. And so we look forward to being at more chamber events, and if there's anything we can do, y'all were talking about Matt training on mental health, wellness, first aid, just employee wellness overall. We like to do the same with financial wellness, just basic budgeting and stuff like that. Not to sell you an account, but just to help people be better financially. Because again, if we're helping our customers be successful, we're going to be successful too. So happy to entertain any questions if anybody has any, but I also know a lot of other people want to talk. So thank you all for the warm welcome this morning.
I don't know that renovating is the right word. I would call demolish and completely rebuild, but
I know, I was like, how are we going to turn that into something that looks like a branch? Obviously, somebody knows what they're doing.
Anybody else updates?
I'm not going to speak, I'm actually just
Oh, you
forcibly volunteer people to speak.
Sean Huffman with Maloney's and Midstate, and I can attest, Caleb and them have been great to work with my daughter and son-in-law. So great job, and thank you guys. Maloney's has just opened up a new room down at the restaurant, so if you need a space to rent for a birthday or anything like that. And then I believe after today we will have some rental space available. As can I announce that? Yeah. Okay. My daughter and them are closing on the building, so they will officially own the entire building today. So they will have some rental space on two sides of the building. As far as Midstate and Northside go, I know it's a little late in the game. Today's the last day for it, but we are doing, with Forward, the world's largest food drive. Forward is trying to get over 1 million pounds of food donated for the food banks. They've asked each Ford dealership to get at least 400 pounds. We have surpassed that, but today we've been giving away prizes the last couple Thursdays. Today we are giving away 2 tickets to WVU Utah, and we're giving away Steelers-Browns tickets for October the 12th. So the way you do that, bring in 5 non-perishable food items. For every 5 non-perishable food items you bring in, you get 1 entry. We've probably got 600 or 700 pounds of food, plus John has, from the 10th through today, for every car we've sold, we're donating $100 to buy food for the local food banks. And then also October 11th, we'll be doing a drive for your school, for Nicholas County High School, Summersville Middle School. We need 200 drivers, and then Ford will donate $6,000 back to those schools. And the caveat to that, on top of those 200 drives, they will donate $10 for every drive, and that money will go back to Mountaineer Food Bank. So you can go on our website, pre-register, come up, drive a vehicle, so we can get to the 200 drives and be able to raise money for the high school and middle school.
So, big changes. Me personally, I'm now an independent contractor for financial services and life insurance. I'm now partnering with a company called Cornerstone Advisory Group out of Virginia. It's a faith-based company that does primarily financial planning. So that's a big new advantage that I can offer through my services. And we are going to be starting a free educational seminars. Our first one will be the 23rd of October, so we're excited about that. It's going to be primarily focused on federal employees, so TSPs, veterans, their benefits and how to utilize those to the best of their ability. So right now we're in the works. I think the morning one's going to be at Appalachian Coffee House is our hope, and the evening one will actually be at Old Main at their facilities up there. So excited to start offering those opportunities to the community as well. So.
Hello, everyone. I'm Linda Prutsock. This is our first time here at the meeting. We are with Mountain Heart Community Services. We are a CCNR, which is Child Care Resource and Referral. And there's several in the state of West Virginia and other states. There's, I think, 6 of us. And however, Mountain Heart covers 27 of the counties in West Virginia. We do have like 13 programs we offer. We may not offer them all in every county because we started out in Wyoming County. That's where our home office is. But basically, I'm the supervisor over Nicholas, Fayette. We recently took over Fayette County, Braxton, and Webster County. But mainly what we do in our office, we have child care. We help people that need help with child care. It goes by their income. We are contracted with the state of West Virginia. So if anybody needs help with child care, let us know. But we are also in really bad need of child care providers. A lot of times when people use the word child care provider, which we didn't come up with that term, the state did, people think of like their doctor or something, but we are in really bad need. We have people come in that's wanting to go to school, or they want to go look for a job, or they want to, have a job, and we can't help them sometimes because we have to turn them away because we have no providers, or like Friends or Fun has no, open spots for these children. And these people either lose their job, they leave our office crying, and it's heartbreaking. So if you know anybody that just wants to stay at home and be a mom, or, they can come to us. We will get them trained to be a certified, child care provider through the state of West Virginia. We do background checks. So if you've got anything behind you, we do the CPS background checks. Anybody that's 18 or older living in the house, they all have to go through that background check. So, and you're allowed to have 6 kids in your home. So it's a good opportunity. We don't just leave you hanging. We walk you through the whole process. And I know this county's in a really bad need for child care. So we're working with some other people in Fayette County. I know there's probably going to be a big center opening here. Not sure when. It's just a progress, and we just need people to get our name out there. People looking for jobs but don't want to leave their child or whatever, send them to us. We're on 1020 Broad Street. We also in our office do tax services for people, and it's free. However, we don't do like, the big tax, everything that, you've got all these other businesses and stuff like that and have to have we don't do that kind of thing, but we do free tax services. So if you know anybody, hopefully we'll be doing those again this year. As you know, everything's dependent on state funding right now, federal funding. And we also have birth to 3 services in our office. We have a staff in there, so if you know anybody that needs birth to 3 services, that's for children 3 and under that's not, developed, mentally or physically developed where they should be. We have those people, and those are free services as well. And we have people that train like providers and stuff. That's free. We don't leave people hanging. We're there. We've got all kinds of programs. We just got some new ones that's covered in Fayette County. There's just a lot, and I have a huge resource manual that we have created. This one has created. She's worked long and hard on it, and it covers all the counties. So if anybody wants a resource like that, let me know. I can send you the link because that's how big it is. We have a lot of people that stop in our office because we are community services, and we are a community action agency. We recently got our Excellence Award. We went straight to gold. We didn't even try for silver or bronze. We went straight to gold and got it. So next time we'll be going platinum. So we have a lot to offer. Stop in and see us. We are a nonprofit, so some things we can do, some things we can't do. But we'd be glad to help you with whatever. But like I said, people will stop in and say, I see your community services. Can you direct me to, I need this or that? And we will help them. We will not let them leave the office. That's why it's important that we get out here and communicate with everybody and do networking so we can take your resources that you give us, and when they come to us, we can point them in the correct direction and everything like that.
So we are working on a food drive at the moment. It started this week. I know there's quite a bit with the food drives going on in the county already. But we do have a box set up in our office if anyone would like to donate or spread the word. Everything is staying local. I know there are quite a few blessing boxes in the area that are struggling. So we would like to kind of help out with those also. And another project we're working on right now is a community cares event. And it is open to all of our Mountain Heart clients in Nicholas, Webster, Braxton, and Fayette County. So we're struggling at the moment. We have planned it for October 22nd, but we can't find a space. So we are looking for a space big enough to bring items in. So each client can come in, take 6, 7 items. They range from small appliances to toiletries, cleaning supplies, bedding, just anything that they may need for the house. And as Linda said, we are a nonprofit, so all of our items are sourced from World Vision and donations from other nonprofit agencies. So if you guys have any ideas on maybe a space that would be open, we would really appreciate it. You got anything else?
Shannon Wolf, Long Point Cabins and RV, and we're located on Summersville Lake. This past April made us a year, and since last year, our reservations tripled, so I'm excited about that. We actually hosted the Brews and News in April, and I was talking about getting our office and everything, which it is in now. It's beautiful. Maybe in the future we can schedule maybe a Brews and News for you guys to come and check that out and everything and look at it. It was built locally by Mountaineer Shed Quarters here, Craig Chapman owns. So we would love for you to come and see that, and we thank you for everything that the Chamber does. I'm sure a lot of the reservations come from things that Lindsay posts for me and other people in the community, and we appreciate it. So thank you.
I know every time I go by there now, it's busy.
Yeah.
It's been busy.
Hello, I'm Tamara Mullins, the Executive Director for the Nicholas County Community Foundation. We've just had a couple of events this week ourselves. We had a donor event on Tuesday evening, and then Wednesday morning we had our third quarter Nicholas County Nonprofit Collaborative Group meeting. We'll meet quarterly and provide just educational offerings, networking, kind of the same as the Brews and News, but with a nonprofit spin on it. So our one on yesterday on Wednesday was about fundraising for the nonprofits. So we're going to continue to do those quarterly meetings. If you're interested in coming to those, we'd love to have as many people as want to show up. I guess the best way to put it is through my hashtag that I use, which is Together We Grow. And so collaboration in the area, everybody is you'll find a small group of people that are in a lot of different organizations and doing kind of the same things. And so if we can get together on those things and collaborate and share our ideas, it might make it easier on all of us. But so we provide grants and scholarships. We just finished our grant application process, and the winners of the grants will be announced early November after our regularly scheduled board meeting at the end of October. Scholarship applications will go out early January. It's actually online on our website, and those scholarship recipients are announced at the awards day ceremonies at the high schools. But if you have any interest in starting a fund yourself, please contact me. And we also provide funds for nonprofit organizations that can help support your organization. So I'd love to talk with you about any of that. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Craig Chapman. As most of you know, I'm here to represent the Nicholas County Commission as well as the Chapman Organization, which is a group of family-owned companies. So we do everything from real estate to retail, mining, land acquisitions. So anything you want, we probably do.
Do you have any updates from the commission?
What's that?
Do you have any updates from the commission?
Not really. We have things going on, but not anything really big right now.
Nothing yet.
No?
Rebecca Bates, Seneca, the new community educator, and we have recently brought the ACT program to Nicholas County, and that is assertive community treatment. And what that is we're helping individuals with serious persistent mental illness who experience multiple psychiatric hospitalizations per year to have services that come into their homes like therapy, RN, medication management, and to help them live more independently in their community. And also, in the long run, it can help reduce law enforcement encounters and ER visits. So that's a new program we've brought here.
The only thing I want to add before I pass it back over to Jason, even if you're not interested in sponsoring the Winter Classic, go ahead and pick up a packet. It does have our schedule in it. This year we have upped, we have 78 teams coming. Some of those are local, but we always pair our local teams with teams from out of the county. Even this year, as far as Kentucky, we've brought in teams. So we have 52 games, 101 matchups, 78 teams. Even if it's not something that you're interested in, you may want to look at things like staffing on those dates if you have a small business. So definitely pick up that packet and check out the schedule. Okay.
Amy reminded me, today is also Save a Life Day. So Seneca participates. It is a movement that takes place across the state of West Virginia, across the country, distributing Narcan, which is a life-saving overdose reversal drug. So it's easy. It's nice to have available to you in the event that you need it, keeping in mind that sometimes it needs to be used because of accidental exposure. So we've all heard the stories of law enforcement officers who've come into contact with fentanyl and other things, and somebody comes by and has that Narcan, and it can save a life. So thank you.
We also have, Seneca staff and other community partners. If you go on Seneca's Facebook page, there's a schedule of where everybody is and the times for today, that they'll be there.
Thank you, Angel.
All right, so as you can tell, this is exactly what News and Brews is about, going around and just hearing those updates. So we're kind of wrapping up. I think I can speak for Seneca. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a goodie. How about that? We'll leave it that way. But you're more than welcome to hang around a little bit, still networking. Maybe somebody said something that you want to ask about, maybe privately, whatever the case. Don't leave without talking to me, because I may have you a space. But as we talk through those type of things, that's where it needs to be. Okay? Any other thoughts or questions today? All right, we appreciate you coming out. Thank you to Seneca for hosting us. Thank you for all of you members who are coming. Thank you for SCTV for doing their part. You know, that's another piece. So everything we've talked about even today will go out so people can watch. So we appreciate that. All right, thank you very much.